Hey y'all, it's Caitlin. So for this month's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to glitter a pop. Again, I have done this video in the past, but I've learned a couple things since then, so I'm making another one. Plus, Corey seemed very, very happy that I was planning on doing a glitter job on this Iron Man and doing a video on it. So Corey did send me this pop for my 500 subscriber giveaway. It is happening. I have found the rest of the pops. If you've seen the video I posted last Thursday, I think it was, I have found all the glitter pops. Twinkie the Kid is in the process of getting glittered now. It is happening. So a lot of customizers will take the bobbleheads off the pops. I tried to figure it out. I've never done it before. I've glittered Marvel Pops before, but it's always been with the bobblehead still attached. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and figure it out. I didn't figure it out. But immediately after I finished this guy, I started on my Metallic Thor, and I did find out how to get the head off of him. You have to like kind of lift the head up with one hand while turning it off or screwing it off with the other one. So it's a little tricky, but I figured it out. So, how to glitter a pop. You get some Mod Podge glue, paint it on, dump the glitter on, and that's it. So that's literally all it is. There's a little bit of glue, a little bit of glitter, and you're good. Some tips though, you want to use ultra fine glitter. You do not want to use the chunky stuff. It'll look kind of unprofessional. And the fine glitter helps to get into all the little cracks and crevices better. Plus, with pops, there can be a lot of detail on a pop. If you have a pop with multiple colors and small lines, then the fine glitter will just work a lot better. You want to work on a surface where you can clean up the glitter easily, like pieces of paper like I'm doing, where you can just, pour it back into the container. So, just work smart about it. Now, one thing that I would always recommend doing, but I never do, because I always forget myself, when you glitter a pop, go from your darkest color to your lightest color. If you, like, say you're glittering a black and white pop or something like a grayscale pop, if you put the white on first and then put the black, parts of the black will come on to the white. Like, you'll have little bitty specks of black in your white. And most of it will brush off very easily. Some of it will not. It's extremely difficult to get every single speck of glitter back in its spot. So I would recommend, but if you do it the other way around, it's not as noticeable. If you see a little speck of white on something black, it's not as noticeable as the other way around. So I would recommend going darkest to light on these figures. And also, someone asked me last week, I think, in the comment section of that other video. That other video is one of my highest viewed videos. Hopefully this one will be too. If there was any other type of glue you could use other than Mod Podge. And I told them that I'm pretty sure that there is, I just haven't used any. But then the true answer came to me a couple days ago. So hopefully this person is going to watch this. But a lot of other people use spray glue. You can use masking tape to mask off all the parts of the pop that you don't want glittered at that moment. Use spray glue to make a very even finish, and then put the ultrafine glitter on there. That would probably give you a more professional look to it, honestly, than what I'm doing, which is just using a paintbrush, so it's obviously like plumped. But either way, you'll still get a pretty good result. And also, I probably wouldn't use any kind of school glue or anything on this. I don't know. I just don't think it would work. I honestly don't think it'll work. This type of glue is meant to last. I wouldn't use super glue either, because it's just dangerous to work with. But glittering a pop is extremely easy and anyone can do it. Now, the last bit of tip I have, and this is more of a tip that other people have told me. Now, if I can find a pic of it, I will insert it in the video now. But this is the type of nail polish I use when I use nail polish to seal in the glitter. I've had multiple people on that video and on my Instagram and anywhere else you can think of tell me never to use nail polish. It yellows in time, it'll peel off. Now, I have learned the hard way that nail polish of any kind does not work on resin. However, this type of nail polish that I have used on my glitter pops, I've had it for over a year. I've had the pops done for over a year. I haven't seen any discoloration in the pop. I haven't seen any discoloration in the polish itself. It's just stayed the way it's always stayed, and that's crystal clear. So with Iron Man and the rest of the pops that are in the giveaway, I have sealed it in with just an extra coat of the same Mod Podge I'm using to put the glitter on in the first place, just in case it does start to yellow. Like, I don't want you guys to be like, a year down the road and, when y'all won the pop and you start to see some discoloration with it. I don't want anyone to be unhappy with the stuff that I give them. But, so just in case, I am using the Mod Podge for them. But I personally have not seen any. I'm not calling the other people liars. I'm sure it happens because I have seen it work bad on resin. But I'm just saying, with these pops and with this particular branded polish that I found at Walmart, it has not hurt the pop in any way at all. So it's up to you which one you want to use. The pros and cons, with just my personal use, the polish makes it look shinier. Even when you use the glossy Mod Podge, for some reason it still looks kind of tacky. It almost looks wet rather than just glitter on there. I don't know why, but it does. I don't know if it's the kind of Mod Podge I'm using. I know there is a glitter one that just has glitter in it. And I may try that one day. I think that's what Emerald Funko used on her Thanos. But I just haven't tried it yet. Maybe it'll help better. I don't know. But with the polish, it helps it just sparkle more. Because it's polish. It's not glue. But the Mod Podge goes on a lot better. On some of my earlier customs, you can see like little clumps of nail polish because you can't really tell what part you've already polished and what part you haven't. So it's almost like there's a seam on some of the pops because I just couldn't see where I stopped the last time to let one side dry. So there's pros and cons. They both dry about equally. I got the quick dry kind of nail polish. So yeah, it's just up to you which one you want to use. So, just experiment and do what you can. I promise you, it's something that requires patience, but it's not something that's difficult at all. And eventually I am going to do a metallic custom video as well. That's even easier than this. So, I said one last tip while ago, but another tip, try to get brushes that you designate for this. I used to use just plastic brushes, but they usually just come in one size, and for these smaller detailed lines, it's not good for that. Just like the crappy black ones that come in kids' craft kits with the plastic bristles. But I did it actually after this. I didn't think of it until after this video, or maybe I do it in this video, I don't know. With the brushes that I'm using, I actually put a little piece of duct tape on the ends of it just so I can distinguish it from the rest of them. Because the glue, unless you soak them in hot water, which you can do if you're not as lazy as me, it's just hard to clean. Because again, it's glue, it's not paint, so it's just harder to clean the brush out afterwards. So try to get a few designated brushes that you just use for the glue if you want to do this long term. Okay, that's my last tip for this. Except doing one color at a time, which should be pretty obvious. Now, I let all the glue dry before going on to the next. Admiral Funko, I know when she does hers, she doesn't. She just keeps going. So it just depends on how you handle your pop. If you're as clumsy as I am, you might want to let it dry. But if you can do it without smudging it, then just go for it and do it in one sitting. It'll really take a lot less time and you'll be a lot happier, probably in the long run. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You just take some glue, put it on the pot, use your ultrafine glitter, again, ultrafine, put it on there, and then after it's dried, cover it with your choice of sealant. So, and if anyone knows a different kind of sealant, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to try some more out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the glitter part. Now, this is just me putting on the sealing coat. I do it in between each color. And I'm just kind of showing you guys how easy it goes on. Hopefully it catches well. I don't know if it does or not. But you can kind of, you can definitely tell what I was saying with seeing where you're going with this. With paint, it's easy to see where you're going. With the glue, it's easy to see where you're going. With crystal clear nail polish, not so much. So I would, if you're talking about professional looking, I would probably go with the glue. I'd probably go with the Mod Podge. And again, if you're using the spray glue, just wait until, you know, the glitter coat has dried and then put another spray coat of the glue on there and then take the tape off after that's dry. But again, it's your choice. Nail polish is kind of easier to have around. The big bottles that I get are pretty cheap and will last you a long time. So again, it's up to you, just whichever one you want. So, and I would recommend going ahead and do the full, all the color throughout the pop. If you can see, I've done the gold on both the body and the head. If they're separate, it doesn't matter. If you take the head off, it doesn't matter what, when you do what. But if it's a full body thing and it's all together, I would recommend going in with one color before skipping to the new one, because again, like I said in the beginning, some of the darker pieces can get onto the lighter pieces and it just becomes a big eyesore. So yeah. And now moving on to the part I was looking forward to the most for this custom. I'm using that same Mod Podge and some glow-in-the-dark powder pigment that I have, and making some pieces of the pop glow in the dark. Now I do have glow-in-the-dark paint that would have been easier to use. However, the kind I have only glows green, which is just a neutral color. You know, glow in the paint, if you just get like the white glow in the paint, it'll glow a greenish tone. I really wanted this to glow blue. If anyone knows some glow in the dark paint, pigmented glow in the dark paint that actually works, please let me know. Because the kind I get at Walmart does not. So I can get like blue or yellow or whatever color I want and it will not glow at all. So what I decided to do is take some of the blue powder that you saw and some of the Mod Podge, mix it together and create a glow-in-the-dark paint, or glow-in-the-dark glue, I guess, that I can then use on the pop. So that's what I did. I took a lot of the powder because I really wanted it to glow. I wanted to make sure that the glue didn't cover it up. And a couple small scoopfuls of the glue, and I just mixed it up. Now, you can see I'm doing this in a small paint container. I would recommend doing that. I would also recommend closing the damn thing after you're done doing, using it. Therefore, it doesn't dry out during the night and you come back to just a big hard lump laying on your table inside your paint container. Not saying that's what happened to this batch, but it was. So be smart with it also. Even though I barely get my hand out of the way for you can see it, I did test to make sure it still glowed in the dark. I'm using glow in the dark as a loose term in this scenario. I'll try and find the same powder I bought on Amazon and link it in the description if I can, because this stuff works. This is the brightest room in the house, and there is no lights off whatsoever. It was a sunny day that day, and it's still glowing. So that's how powerful this stuff is. I love it. Now, As I was doing the glow in the dark part, the sealant on the red was still drying, so that's why. You see some splotchiness going on, almost like Iron Man has a rash, but it's just the glue drying. So I did get my angled brush out, and oh, there is duct tape on the brush. See, you can see it. And that big puffy brush I'm using is actually has like a little puffy thing on the end. Like it just squirts air out, so it helps get some of the or blow some of the glitter off. So it's a little bit handy. But I'm using my angled brush because it's a small tipped brush, even though it desperately needs to be replaced because it's so corroded with glue. And I just put it on his eyes, the blaster in his hand, and his insignia on his chest. Now, here's where I messed up. I put 2 coats on. For some reason, even though it was a clear, white powder, and it was a white, I put it down. See, I closed the lid there, but I didn't do it on the second coat because I'm an idiot. But even though that it was a clear glue and it was a white powder, for some reason when I put 2 coats on, it actually, and I tried to label it because they're both glue. It was sparkle glue and glow in the dark glue. I was trying to be smart, but no. But even though they were both white, for some reason when I put the second coat, it was actually tinted green. So it kind of looks greenish on its own, but it still looks really, really cool glow in the dark. You'll see a picture of that at the end. And the end is now. So you can see the glow when it's actually like a darkened room. It wasn't completely dark there, but it's a really awesome glow, and it's the only one of the glitter customs for my 500 subscriber giveaway that does glow in the dark. It had to. I mean, it's Iron Man. It had to glow in the dark. So thank you so much, Corey, for sending me this pop to glitter. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everyone got a little bit of information out of it. Again, glitter pops are not hard. And by the way, if you're wondering why no 360 this time, it's because at the point that I did this, my spinning display hadn't been unpacked. That's why it's just still photos from my Instagram. It's out now, but I haven't put the batteries back in it. But anyway, glittering pops is very relaxing. It's not strenuous. It's not, any way kind of like anxious. It's just a very relaxing hobby, and it's not hard to do at all. So I would recommend it if you haven't tried it. I may have been thinking about opening up some commissions. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that if I did start doing commissions. Again, it's not set in stone yet, so I don't know, but it could happen. And make sure to keep a watch on my channel for the announcement of my 500 subscriber giveaway, where this will be, again, part of one of the prizes, as well as Dark Magician Girl, Wonder Woman, Bulbasaur, and Twinkie the Kid. So thank you for Tylock for that one. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Remember, like always, it's a community and not a competition. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.